found his exact apartment number, his gym schedule, and his legal name. And I mean, all I had was a blurry reflection in his sunglasses from a private Instagram story. See, most people think of privacy as a door they can lock. But in the digital age, that door is made of glass. I'm looking at a terminal window right now, scripts scanning through public data, maps zooming into a specific balcony in London. It's bloody massive how much we reveal without saying a single word. This is the terrifying reality, mate. Your private life is a myth. Whilst you think you're just sharing a moment with your friends, you're actually leaking a roadmap straight to your front door. This isn't just a clever bit of investigative work. It is the death of the anonymous stranger. Look, I'm going to show you how a single selfie becomes a master key for any OSINT investigator with a bit of patience and, well, a total lack of ethics. We're peeling back the layers of your digital footprint to reveal the monster hiding in the metadata. You've probably been told that your digital footprint is under your control. Look, that as long as your Instagram is locked and your Facebook is set to friends only, you're some kind of ghost in the machine, safe behind a high wall. It's called the walled garden myth, and quite literally, it's a brilliant piece of marketing, designed to make you feel comfortable enough to keep feeding the machine. But in the world of cybersecurity, there is no such thing as a closed door. There are only doors that haven't been kicked in yet. Big tech wants you to believe that privacy is just a toggle switch you can simply flip on or off. I mean, it's a comforting thought, but it's a technical lie. Even if your account is locked tighter than a bank vault, your data footprint remains massive. Look, we're talking about the mosaic theory. Think of your privacy like a high-resolution photograph that's been cut into 1,000 tiny pieces and scattered across the internet. You might think that by keeping the big pieces hidden, you're safe. But an OSINT investigator, they don't need the whole picture to know exactly who you are. They're looking for the harmless, disconnected snippets of your life that you leave behind without even thinking. A reflection in a pair of sunglasses here. A specific type of street lamp in the background of a story there. A mention of a local cafe in a friend's public post. On their own, these details are just white noise. But when they are aggregated by third-party scrapers and fed into shadow profiles, they form a roadmap. This is the engineering of vulnerability. You see, these platforms aren't designed to keep you hidden. They are built for discoverability. Every single line of code is optimized to connect people, to suggest friends, and to map out social graphs. Privacy is not a feature of the software. It's a marketing term used to mask a system that is fundamentally designed to be searched. You are participating in a system where the house always wins, and the house, it wants you to be found. Whilst you're clicking that private button and feeling a false sense of security, the scrapers are already moving. They are vacuuming up metadata, indexing your connections, and building a version of you that you never authorized. If the toggle switch is a placebo, and the walls of the garden are made of glass, you have to wonder what the professionals are actually seeing when they look at you. Because if the platform itself is designed to betray you, the tools used to exploit that design are far more powerful than you can imagine. Look, I don't need your GPS coordinates. I don't even need you to have your location services turned on. In the world of high-level OSINT, you are never just a person. You're a collection of data points, just waiting to be triangulated into a physical address. I call this the architecture of doxing, and it's a mosaic where every tiny tile is a vulnerability you didn't even know you were exposing. Take that selfie you just posted, right? Most people, they just look at the face. But I'm looking at the shadows. I'm looking at the length of that shadow relative to your height, whilst checking the angle it makes with the edge of the pavement. This is chronolocation. By using the sun as a cosmic clock, I can calculate the exact time of day and narrow down your latitude to within a few hundred miles. It's not magic. It's just geometry and a bit of patience. Then, well, I look at the greenery. That specific species of tree in the background, it only grows in certain soil and climates. That specific architectural style of the brickwork, that is hauntingly specific to certain suburbs in the Midlands,
or perhaps a very particular corner of the Pacific Northwest. Suddenly, the entire planet shrinks. I've gone from 7 continents to a single postcode in minutes, all because you wanted to show off your morning coffee. But here's the crazy part. The real heavy lifting is done by the machines. I take your face and I run it through an API like PimEyes. Think of this as a search engine for your identity that has indexed the entire internet. It doesn't just find your current social media. It finds you in the background of a random wedding photo you were tagged in a decade ago. It finds your old university sports team page. It cross-references your face against every leaked database and obscure form on the web until it finds a name attached to the pixels. Look, this is a bloody massive shift in power dynamics that no one is talking about. We used to have the luxury of being an anonymous stranger in a crowd. That concept is, quite literally, dead. Now, anyone from a bored stalker to a state-level actor can strip away your mask for the price of a monthly subscription. You have become a transparent entity in a world that never forgets. But even after I have your name and your general location, the rabbit hole goes significantly deeper. Because once I know who you are, I can start looking at what you've been hiding in the places the search engines cannot see. And that's when we leave the surface web behind and enter the territory where your data is no longer just a profile. It's a commodity. You see, the biggest lie of the digital age is the idea that the delete button actually works. Look, it's a brilliant bit of corporate theater, designed to give you a fake sense of control whilst the machine keeps grinding relentlessly behind the scenes. In reality, deletion is a fairy tale. I mean, once a photo of you is indexed by a facial recognition crawler or swallowed by some offshore data broker, it quite literally belongs to the net forever. Your biometric autonomy is being sold to the highest bidder, whilst you're busy picking a filter for your next story. We've collectively traded our fundamental right to be forgotten for a cheap, fleeting dopamine hit of a social feed. And the cost of that trade? It's bloody massive. Think about it. We're moving into a daunting future where AR glasses and real-time scanning make the concept of a private life a relic of the past.
Imagine walking down the street and every stranger knows your name, your job, and your digital history before you even make eye contact. The mask has been stripped away. The question you have to ask is whether that digital clout was really worth being permanently searchable by anyone with a laptop and a grudge. Look, I've shown you how easy it is to find someone. The tools are out there, and they're only getting more efficient. So I'm telling you now, audit your digital footprint today. Go back, look at your old accounts, and see what the internet still remembers about you before someone else decides to do it for you. If you found this dive into the digital abyss useful, you might want to stick around for the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay skeptical.